Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are back up and running. This is Cup of Joe. This is going to be episode 30. First of all, I want to thank you all for bearing with me. I shattered my phone screen and then forgot that I had a MacBook, but the MacBook wouldn't work. It will not allow me to shoot live videos on there. I could have shot a video and posted it the other day. But anyhow, God is so good, you all. So we're doing Cup of Joe. The series that I started a week ago is Cup of Joe at the movies, and we did. Let me go to it right quick. It was Cup of Joe at the movies, The Hunger Games. So today's episode 30, we just made a trio, man. Cup of Joe at the Movies series, Training Day is the topic. Training Day. So I'm gonna jump right on in it. Many of you know the movie Training Day, in which Denzel Washington plays a rogue detective in the narcotics division of the LAPD. But long story short, to sum it up, he takes a rookie officer as a shadow to follow him around for his first day on the job in an attempt to show him the ropes of the narcotics life or game or whatever you want to call it. Today is somebody's training day. You may have just given your life to Christ for the first time, or you may be at a point that you have circled back around because of life happening. And life will happen. Every day is a training. I'm sorry. Either way, it's a great place to be in. Every day is a training day for everybody. It's a day to learn more about the truth of who we call Jesus, an opportunity to really find out who you are in Christ, and not just who you say or think you are, or who the world tells you are, or who your friends tell you are, or your grandmother, or whoever. It's a real chance for you to find out the truth. We are not defined by the choices that we made in the past. Now, we have to face those choices, and there are consequences that are issued out because of them, but they do not define our mere existence or our purpose in life. We all have a story to tell, with failures both left and right. And that probably came off opposite to you all, but this is my left, this is my right. We all have a story to tell with failures both left and right, but now is the time for us to make some solid choices on who we are. That's a current thing. And who God says we are. And that's a forever thing. You know, I'm at the most pinnacle time of my life thus far spiritually, and I'm still not perfect. But here's the thing. God never expected for us to be perfect. He only expects for us to know and act like we're worth it in a world that opposes everything honest and true and turns negatives into acceptable. You know, in Training Day, Denzel Washington portrayed some of the same characteristics that we do in our everyday lives. You all let me know if some of this sounds familiar. Dishonesty, manipulative or manipulation, controlling, condescending, passive aggressive, and prideful. And ultimately, as we all know, it led to his demise. Proverbs 16:18 reads, "Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall." Now, the word haughty basically just means arrogant. So for those that have arrogant moments, I have had some. I'm not going to lie to y'all right now here today. I've had some. You have too. And that's okay, you know. It's okay, but it does come before a fall. And I like the way they worded it in the NIV, before a fall and not just the fall, because it's not the final thing. You know, God gives us grace and God gives us chances. Subzai gives us chances to make it right, to get it right. You know, God says to humble ourselves before him, and then he will lift us up. James 4:10. Once you humble yourself, he comes in because you have given up control. You have said, Lord, you know what? I give it up to you. That's when he'll come in, because he's a gentleman, and he'll wait for you, but he's not going to force you to do what you need to do and to do what's right. There are many people or things that will come into your life and will be used to throw you off course or stagnate you from your purpose or calling in life. We have to become cognizant of those people and those things and remove them from our lives. It may be permanently, it may be temporarily. God deals in seasons. Someone may be in your life for a season, and then they may not be in your life for a season. But the smartest thing you could do for yourself, training, smartest thing you could do for yourself is to remove that person from your life. There is nothing or no one that should ever come before God in your life. My life. That is priority numero uno for my Spanish community. But many can't even consistently get that right. In any training, you must first be dressed for the occasion. If you're training in boxing, you don't want to show up in a three-piece suit no more than if you're training to be a physician, that you would show up to the hospital ready for work with a swimming suit on or swimming trunks on. There's a time and a place for everything. God is a God of order, and Him being priority is number one in His perfect order. I'm going to go through the 7 steps of His perfect order. And the way that I'm going to do it for people that are in relationships or married couples. So for my married people and also my single people, this is the order. You all may have less steps as of right now, but you'll have to readjust those steps, and you'll kind of get it. But number 1 is God. Boom. Number 1, gotta be. And by the way, you all, any of these steps that are out of line or out of order will eventually cause chaos in your life. It will eventually wreck your life because it is God's perfect order. Number 2, for my married people, is your spouse. Yep. The one that gets on your nerves. The one that drives you up the wall at times. God says that he or she is number 2. Number 3 is our lovely and well-behaved children. Well, I don't know about yours. I can only speak for mine. But my children are not perfect any more than we are to God, but well worth every single mistake, every single mishap, every single letdown, every single bad mistake or bad choice or repetitive behavior, worth every single. And that's number 3, you all. 4th is going to be your church or ministry or spiritual things that you are involved in or have commitments to. May seem out of order to some, but this is God's perfect order and not yours, not Tyrone's, not Michelle's, not Tony's, not Joe's. This is God's perfect order. Moving on. Your friends, your BFFs, your Ace Boone Coons, your family. Oh, that's just my cousin. They come after the first 4. In at number 5. You don't have to worry about not trusting each other in any relationship, whether it be girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, friends, family. Like I said, whatever your relationship is with that other person, you don't have to worry about trusting that person if you have God's perfect order together and in line. Now, some people may be wondering, what about my career? I need my money. What about my bag? I got to get my bag tight, keep it right. Well, your bag actually comes in after your friends, your BFFs, your Ace Boone Coons, your family. Oh, that's just my cousins. In at number 6. It's training day, folks. And if all you're worried about is getting a bag or getting money, you are off to a terrible start in God's perfect order in your life. You can work and travel and work. And there's nothing wrong with any of that, to be honest with you. I like getting money just as much as the next person, maybe even more. But if that is your motive, if that's where your heart is set, you're going to put it priority over other things that it's not supposed to be priority over. And you can, like I said, you can work and work till your fingers fall off the bone, get all the money in the world, but it still will not buy you salvation. Salvation was bought bought with the life of one person that we know as Jesus Christ. Period, point blank. It can't be outbought because it wasn't paid for with money. Even if you got on a cross and endured everything that Jesus endured, you still could not pay for it. And then comes, dun 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 dun, you. Everything that you want for you comes in at number 7, last. And no, this is not a save the best for last situation. It's just last. It just is. Because the one thing that the devil will use against you is he will manipulate your emotions in order to think that you have to be prioritized as number 1. And you could not be any more wrong. The crazy part about it is if you get this other stuff in order, you will never lack. You will be happier than you ever been. You will have more joy than you've ever had. You will have more friendships and relationships than you ever had, like strong friendships and relationships, because people will feel important. And as long as they do the same thing, you will feel important back. This is the key to like everything, every relationship, every walk that you can trot in life. Every single thing that you can ever accomplish or go through in life, if you have these in order, you're going to be A-okay. But you come in at number 7, all of your hobbies, all of your me time, all of your girls trips, guys trips, all of this stuff, it comes in last. And it's not saying that you cannot do that stuff. It's on the list, so you can do it, and it is important to do. But it's also important to have God's perfect order in order. This has been Cup of Joe episode 30. Cup of Joe at the Movies series training day. I hope you all have enjoyed it or will enjoy it. We only had one person jump on during the live, but I know some other people would jump on. We're going to keep the ball rolling. I love each and every one of you all. Be intentional. And don't forget to follow my sister and my brother, Moses and Sonia Rivera. They have a vlog on Facebook called Be Intentional. It's a inspirational insert that will help you and me and whoever else in their walk with Christ. So it's Cup of Joe. It's an espresso shot of energy, fun-filled, just packed with goodness that God gives me to give to you all. So like I told you all, I wake up every day and I say something good is going to happen to me, something good is going to happen through me. Well, Cup of Joe is the through me. And I guess it's also the to me, because I do get blessed because of Cup of Joe. I listen back to him and it rejuvenates my spirit as well. But anyhow, don't forget to hashtag Cup of Joe supporter. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Cup of Joe supporter. Don't forget to actually add Cup of Joe supporter on Instagram. It's up and running, all 3, as well as Facebook. And that is Joe Anthony, JoeAnthoni. Take care. Salute. Be warriors and not worriers. I love y'all.